we should go shoot sometime. I shoot traditional mostly. I have a couple really cool bows. You'd probably like to just play around with them. I have a traditional longbow that was made by a Native American, and I have they say he's the most. He's a guy that made all the equipment for the Revenant. I don't think he's working anymore, but he made me a plains bow with like sinew backing and stuff. That thing's fun to shoot. And then I have a Mongolian bow. I've been over there that's quite a bit in Mongolia, and I like, it's a different shoot. You know, it has those when you pull it back, it has a stopper. You know, that's really strong recurve, and it's almost it kicks almost like a gun. Yeah.
What's the draw weight on something like that?
So the Mongolian one that I have is it's not a super heavy draw weight. It's I think it's 60, 62 or something when they measured it, but it's they supposedly, and I find this even hard to believe, but I guess if you practice, like anything, if you do it all your life, they say some of their bows were 250 pounds.
That's what I heard.
And I think it's a not the same as what probably was back then when they did it all the time, but to be able to pull, that's just, especially seated, like maybe they stood, but they seated on a horse, you know, like unbelievable to be able to take that draw. So I don't know if that was true. One thing, when I was over there, I saw, this is like something that made me think that may be true. Mm-hmm. I found a lot of arrow points. We were doing like archaeological exploration there, and we were with the archaeologists from there, and they the arrow points were so heavy that some of the ones that we found, that it would have had to have been put a lot more force and power on the arrow to shoot, because they were big, heavy points. You know, some of them, not all of them, but so that then I thought, well, maybe they did have a really heavy draw. You know, like
yeah. Do the arrowheads, are they similar to what you would find here in North America as far as like the type of stone and shape, or is it a completely different?
No, these were a little bit later, like metal points, like
first,
you know, early Mongolian, you know, the different tribes that were there. We found ones that were anywhere from 2,000 years old up, that were bronze points, and they were smaller, up to the modern, like the Mongol army's points, which were metal, and they were heavy. So, you know, that, and all different shapes. They had weird shapes. They had ones that were like a half moon shape pointed out. They had ones that whistled in the air. They had ones that just big, heavy, really broad, long, skinny, but heavy. They must have used different ones for different tasks. Mm-hmm. But it was, I just seeing those, I knew, I was like, well, maybe that's true. Maybe the stories about the 250 pound, because I don't think there's anybody, I mean, maybe somebody, I don't think there's anybody that alive today that could shoot a 250 pound bow off a horse, you know, like that's.
If it could be done, Cam Haynes would have posted a video about it already.
Yeah, he probably would have tried it, but yeah. So that's one of the. I actually got to wrestle over there a little bit too. I entered a couple of tournaments when I was over there.